Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off the cuff video, guys. What that means is I record and upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You won't see my intro somewhere at the beginning. I do have a transition button, so if there's noise outside my control, like rain, heavy rain comes on, or someone's in the yard making noise, farmers don't make noise, I can stop filming, wait for it to pass and carry on. These weekly Wednesdays essentially are Q&A. You guys ask me questions and I answer them. They are primarily model focused and it is primarily GW stuff, of which is primarily 40k. There is terrain questions from time to time, some general information about myself, what's going on in the workshop. I go through one data card a week. I haven't done it for the last couple of weeks. Last week it was too cold and the week before it was just too much going on. But I'm going to start doing that now, and I've wrote down a few of the ones that I've already done, so I won't repeat myself with them ones again. And we have a weekly vote. A weekly vote is I show you host models, and you vote on what you want me to paint for next Monday's painting video. So there's a few questions today. How often, when building models, do you have to go from plastic glue to super glue? Not often. I think twice it's come into my head. One of them I know for sure was Demonette's, because the way Demonette model is, it cuts off here and then the arm just sits onto it, so it's just basically hanging in the end until the glue cures. And I think I had to use super glue on those just to hold them into place long enough for the glue to start to cure, but only because it's going to be hanging in the air. Another thing comes to mind, and I can't remember if I did it or not, but I think there was some sort of model that I glued and they was holding some sort of double-handed weapon, like a gun or something, and I think I glued it with super glue just to keep it there, but I'm not 100% sure. But the thing with the thing with plastic glue for me, which I love the most, and I've said this before and I'll say again, when I put plastic glue on a model and I look at it and go, actually that's not quite right, I've got time to move that piece until it looks right. Or say I'm gluing a model and I put them on the base, they're standing there, and for whatever reason they start to lean. The plastic glue will hold them, I can just put them back up and they're fine. Whereas with super glue, because it cures so quickly, when I say cure, I mean it dries quickly. By the time I've got to it to stand it back up, it's already glued in that position, so I have to pop it off the bases on and put it back on. But plastic models, plastic glue is always to go to. If you go on your fingers, bit of tissue, wipe it off. If you get super glue on your fingers and you get a bit of tissue, wipe it off, your fingers covered in tissue. Yeah, so it's plastic glue for plastic models all the time, the whole way. Doesn't matter what plastic glue you use, because they all do the same thing, same super glue, all does the same thing, but just always. Like I said, apart from Demonette's, if you have a piece, if you're doing a model like that and it's like, hold on, there's nothing for it to pop into, it's just actually two flat pieces of plastic that are going together, but this is like hovering in the air, then by all means, just put a bit of super glue on it and just hold it there until it sets. When I saw this one, I was like, damn, I forgot about this. How long till Nids hit the table? Nids are supposed to be on the table already. I just got distracted with work because I work in retail and it was Christmas and it was just so busy. And then last week it was -4. I got distracted with, I built Paragon warsuits for the Adeptus Sororitas army quite recently. I built the Paragon Superior, Sergeant of the unit. And apart from the piece on the back of them, they build together the same way. And the way they laid out on the sprue is, this is the body parts you need, all the same together. The reason I'm saying that is, on that video, I just built the Sister Superior 3 times. I was like, the rest of it's the same apart from this one piece. So I didn't bother building the rest because it's the same. It's going to repeat myself, show you the same thing again and again, the same parts, everything's different. So the thing on the back of the head and the numbers of the pieces. But it's laid out on the sprue so simple that it's just that. trying to get those done so that squad's finished. And the reason I'm saying that is I've still got like, is it 50 or 60 termagants to build? I think I've actually got another 20 that come in the combat patrol magazine. But I want them on the table as soon as possible. So once I finish building the other Paragon War suits, I'll go back to those and just carry on. Just even if I play a game with Nids and I don't use all of the, 100 termagants that I have, and I think there's another 20 coming as well. After if that's, I think there's 100. So I think I'll have 120 in the end. Even if I don't use all of that in one game, I still want them all done. So when it comes to painting, I can paint one or two on camera for you guys, and then the rest of them just can be done. Have 5 or 6 at the back here and just keep going through them every day, just one contrast colour, and start working on all that. But I want them on the table soon. I actually wanted to run a Drukhari list, and use some of Mark's models, some of the models I have here. But I forgot to ask him today about the witches, because I've got 10 witches here to build. Now the witches are not for me to build, let's build on, because it's literally head, body, arm. It's that simple. Same as the Poxwalkers. I didn't do let's build on those, but I need to build those to add them to that list, because I think Mark's only got 10 witches. So, but yeah, hopefully it needs to be on the table soon. I had a game with Mark today. Absolutely outstanding game. Fantastic. I did record it, so it will go up tomorrow. Death Guard versus Grey Knights, and I run the new Death Guard detachment from the Grotmus, and going into it, I didn't like the way the detachment looked. I was like, I try my best, but I don't really like the way it looked. And to be honest with you, I have to backtrack on myself, because it's actually a brilliant detachment. It's absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Now, I didn't play any of the stratagems from there. I wanted to play one, which makes you play it in the fight phase, your shooting phase, and it gives that unit you play it on, all their ranged weapons have the pistol keyword. So basically, if they're in combat, you play it on them, so they can actually just blast the crap out of non-blast weapons, get the pistol keyword. So that's absolutely. But yeah, I didn't get the opportunity to do that, unfortunately, but it was an outstanding game. It's always a great game with Mark, but it was actually astounding. I think there was one point, I can't remember which turn it was, but there was 1 point between us. I think there's actually me going into the turn. I scored on my primary and stuff like that, and then there was 1 point between us. I can't remember if I scored my secondary on the turn or not, but yeah, it was a very, very good game. I'm not going to give you the final result. You can watch that tomorrow, but yeah, it was a very, very good game. I'm going to, there will be a video going up on the channel, probably tomorrow as well. It's going to be a membership video. Now, memberships are not set up on the channel yet. I'm that close to setting it up. It's going to be for members only. It's going to be a duel. So it's going to be both our warlords from today's game. They will face off against each other. And the way it'll work is, we'll both roll dice. Whoever gets the highest roll will attack first. Combat only. No stratagems. You can use abilities, but only abilities that are in for combat. And you got to realise some characters have abilities that only take effect when they're leading a unit. So it's just the characters, not the bodyguard, nothing like that. And whoever rolls the dice attacks, takes a little slap first. The other person then gets a slap back. Even if they're killed, it doesn't matter, they get a slap back. And whoever survives, wins the duel. So if I attack Mark's guy and I take him down to 1 wound, and then he gives me the slap back and kills my guy, then his guy won the duel. Okay? It's just something fun for members to have a look at, and just, but to say memberships are not finished yet, but they will be soon. But as soon as they're finished, and if you want to become a member, then you hit the join button, you become a member, you'll have access to that video. So I'm going to bring you down, go through for a data card. I used this unit today. It's quite a tasty unit. I'm actually really shocked at how much I enjoyed playing that detachment. It's the detachment, is it the Fly Host, I think it's called? It's what he does is any Death Guard infantry units that's not in a transport at the start of the game gets a 5-inch scout move, which is huge. And I didn't realise this until I started playing. And they get stealth ability as well, which is huge. So yeah. Anyway, I won't waffle on about that because that's for tomorrow's video. I'm going to bring you down and show you data card now. Right, so it's Death Guard Plague Marines. It's a very tasty unit. So there's 5 to 10 models in the unit. So you can have 5 models, you can have 10 models. They have a movement of 5, so they're not very fast. Again, with that 5-inch scout and that detachment, that gives them a 10-inch movement straight away. That's actually very nice. Toughness 5, which means they're tougher than normal Space Marines. So strength 4 weapons are going to be wounding them on 5s, which is fantastic. 3 harass armor save like normal Space Marines. They have 2 wounds like normal Space Marines, 6+ leadership like normal Space Marines, and they have battle lines, so they have OC2. There's objective control. Okay, so here's all the different weapons they can have. They can have a Blight Launcher, a Melter Gun, a Plague Belcher, Plague Bolt Pistol, Plague Bolt Gun, Plague Spewer, Plasma Gun, or a Plasma Pistol. Okay. Now let's go through this. So first of all, the Sergeant can have a Plasma Pistol. Okay, or a Plasma Gun. You change his Bolt Gun, I think it is, for one of those. Which, you know, I always change it for a Plasma Gun. Because that's very nice. Now for every 5 models in a unit, that includes the Sergeant, 1 model can give up their Bolt Gun to have a Blight Launcher. So you can have a 10-man squad with 2 Blight Launchers in it, which I'll go through the stat line in a minute. For every 5 guys in the squad, you can change one of their Bolt Guns for a Melter Gun or a Plasma Gun. Or I think a Plague Spewer as well, I think. For every 5 models in the unit, Bolt Gun can be changed for a Plague Belcher. They come with Bolt Pistol and Bolt Gun as standard. Now, let's go through Blight Launcher. It has lethal hits. Rolling to hit, if you roll unmodified 6, that's auto wound. 24-inch range, 2 shots each. Freeze to hit, strength 6. So against Space Marines, you're wounding them on freeze. AP -1, and it's 2 damage each. So that's pretty nice, especially if you can have 2 of them in the unit. They have Melter Gun, which is Melter 2. So if it's in half range, you'll do an extra 2 damage. It's 12-inch range. So if they're within 6 inches, you're going to be doing 2 extra damage. It's 1 shot, freeze to hit, strength 9. So a Space Marine you're wounded on a 2. AP -4. So a Space Marine wouldn't be getting an armor save against it. It's D6 damage. Now, again, like I said, if you're in half range, if you're 6 inches or less, it's going to be D6 +2. Plague Belcher, anti-infantry 4+. What that means is when you're rolling to wound, doesn't matter how tough the enemy unit is, if they're infantry, you're wounding them on the 4+. Ignores cover. They can't get saved from cover. And it's a torrent weapon, means it auto hits. 12-inch range. D6 shots, but those shots are auto hit. So strength 4. So against a Space Marine, you're wounding on a 4 anyway, but it's anti-infantry 4+. So it's AP 0. It's only 1 damage. Okay. Plague Bolt Pistol and Plague Bolt Gun. I did them both together. They're the same as the normal Space Marine Bolt Gun and Bolt Pistol, but they have lethal hits, which means rolling to hit, 6 is auto wound. 12-inch range and 24-inch range. Obviously, 24-inch range is the Bolt Gun. It's 1 shot for the pistol, 2 for the Bolt Gun. The only thing that confuses me with their Bolt Gun isn't rapid fire. But hey ho, you can't have it all. The Bolt Pistol is 2s to hit, I don't know why. And the Bolt Gun is 3s to hit. It's strength 4 on both. So again, wounding a Space Marine on 4+. AP 0 on both and 1 damage piece. Plasma Gun is the standard same Plasma Gun that you can get, and the Plasma Pistol is the same standard Plasma Pistol you get for normal Space Marines as well. So Plasma Gun, you've got standard and supercharge. So before you roll dice, you have to decide whether you're going to do it a standard shot or supercharge. Now, standard has rapid fire 1, which is an extra shot, and supercharge has hazardous and rapid fire 1. So hazardous, once you've done your shooting with the gun, you roll a dice for every hazardous gun that you've shot. If you roll 1, that model's dead. So both 24-inch range, because it's the same weapon. 1 shot apiece. Obviously, rapid fire 1 gives you another shot. So if you're 12 inches or less away from your opponent, you'll get an extra shot. The normal shot is 7, strength 7, and the supercharged strength 8. It's AP -2 for the standard shot and AP -3 for the supercharged. So basically against a Space Marine, the normal shot is going to give them a 5+ save and a 6 on the supercharge. It's 1 damage for the normal shot and 2 for the supercharge. Pistol is pretty much the same. It's a pistol weapon, so it can be shot in combat. The supercharged version has a hazardous, 12-inch range, 1 shot apiece, 3s to hit, strength 7, strength 8. It's the same as the gun itself, but it has a pistol keyword. Now, they come with plague knives for melee weapons, but you can change. The sergeant can have a heavy plague weapon. You just drop his plague knife for a heavy plague weapon, or a bubotic weapon. And for every 5 models in the unit, you can swap the plague knife for a heavy plague weapon. I think you can actually swap, I think the bolt gun 4 plague knives as well, so you can go with 2 plague knives, something like that. But anyway, bubotic weapons have lethal hits. They all have lethal hits, to be honest with you. It's 4 attacks with that, 3s to hit, strength 5, so you're winning the Space Marine on a 3, AP -2, which is quite tasty, only 1 damage apiece. The heavy plague weapon, that to me that covers Power Fist as well. Yeah, that's what my sergeant has. It's 3 attacks, 4s to hit, which reflects the Power Fist profile pretty well. Strength 8, -2 AP and 2 damage apiece. And plague knives are 3 attacks, 3s to hit, strength 4, AP 0, and 1 damage apiece. So with the heavy plague weapon, you're wounding a Space Marine on a 2. You know, knives, you're wounding them on a 4. So, you know, they are infantry, they are chaos, they are Nurgle, they have grenades, battle line, and plague marines. Okay, grenades means they can use the grenade stratagem. Now, Nurgle's gift is their aura ability for the contagion stuff. They are remorseless. While this unit is within range of an objective marker you control, each time you take a battle shock test for this unit, add 1 to that test, which I forgot to take because one unit had to take it, but it doesn't matter. This is a very nice unit. I do like this unit. And for someone that didn't really like Death Guard at the beginning, I got the the Combat Patrol box, and then from there I was hooked on them. Played them on the table a few times. I actually really do love them. Right, so that's that. Now I'm going to bring down and show you the vote. The way the vote works is I show you a host of models, and you guys comment below on what model or models you're voting for me to paint next Monday. You can vote for as much as you like, but don't say I vote for everything because it won't count. But you can say I vote for any Space Marine or any Tyranid or any Necron or any, you know, Eldari or anything like that. There is no Eldari in the vote this week because Eldari won last week. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll when it comes to the video. You can also vote for the wild card. You'll find out what that is if it wins, or there's Creator's Choice. Now, if nobody votes on anything for whatever reason, then Creator's Choice automatically wins. And Creator's Choice is I picked a model to paint. Model on models. So, same as I've done for the last couple of weeks now, everything that was there last week has come out. I put new stuff in. I'm going to bring it down and show you them. Right, so we have Deathwing Knights. We have Crossbones is this guy's name for Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have Poxwalkers. There's 30 of these guys I have. I might only paint like 10 up or something, but there's 30 of them. See how I get on. If they win, I'll see how they get on. Scorpic Destroyer Lord. Scorpic Destroyers. These are an alternative sculpt. More like a samurai type thing. It's actually amazing. We have Scourges for Drukhari Army. We have the Redemptor Dread for the Space Marines. We have Dr. Octopus for the Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have the Infernus Marines for the Space Marines. We have the Celestine Sacred Saints, I think they're called, for the Sisters. We have the Venom for Drukhari. We have the Lynch Guard. I don't know if they were in last week. I can't remember. So I took them from the table over here. And everything over here on the table was in the week before. So I took them from there. I don't know if they were in there or not. I can't remember. If they were, I do apologise. We have the Fire Strike team. We have the Doomsday Stalker. We have the Predator Annihilator for the Space Marines. And we have the Blade Guard Veterans for the Space Marines. So, nice little selection there. So, as I say, check comments below what you want me to vote on, what you want me to paint for next Monday's painting video. If you have any questions for me, chuck them below as always, guys. There is no silly questions, so don't panic. So I can't ask this because it's really silly. There is no silly questions. Everyone starts off in the hobby knowing absolutely nothing. Okay? Even if it's a question I've covered weeks ago, I'll still answer it again because it's someone else that needs to know that information. If you don't want to check it below because you think, oh, people can take the piss out of me, that doesn't happen here. But you can go to Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page. And there's a messenger button there. Click on that and you can message me, you know, directly, and I'll answer the question for you, as most of you do. If you're seeing this for the first time, guys, hit the subscribe button because it costs you nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything, because there's weekly Wednesday, there's Monday painting video, there's other pile of shame painting videos as well. The Monday painting video is a pile of shame video, but it's always on Monday, so it's just Monday painting video, even though it'll be labelled up on the video as pile of shame episode blah blah blah. There are battle reports which will be up tomorrow. There's terrain build. I haven't done nothing for a while because I'm trying to sort this space out and it's been too cold, and there's Christmas and everything else. There's sometimes other little videos I do as well. So guys, hit the buttons for me, join the channel if you haven't already. Hopefully memberships will be sorted out and they'll be up soon, and I'll have more information to tell you about all that. So guys, thanks for watching. Hit the buttons for me. Don't forget to vote. Until next time, take it easy.